Salut tout le monde, j'espère que tout va très bien pour vous. Aujourd'hui, dans cette vidéo, expectation versus reality across your full French journey from beginner, intermediate, where you currently are, moving all the way up to fluent, advanced, the level you want to hit, your ideal goal with French. By the end of this video, you will know exactly the mindset that you need to have in order to make sure you achieve your goals. Because let's not gloss over it, forget it. Most people who try and learn French do fail. I don't want you to be a part of that pack. I want you to succeed. So watch this video and you'll know the mindset that worked for me personally and my students I'm currently helping learn French. Let's get started. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to bring up a graphic here. Basically, I've mapped it out on this visual because I think it's way easier for you to understand and see exactly what is coming up on your journey to learning French. Okay. So overall, when you begin learning French, you're going to have this quick boost of confidence. Okay. Where just on this map, okay, as a graph, you've got confidence going up as the y-axis and then x-axis across to the side. Now, your confidence is going to boost up from when you start. This could be the first month, this could be the first week, okay? The time period doesn't matter. What matters is you know and you recognize when you get this boost in confidence. This can often be where you've learned a couple of new sentences or you're learning new vocabulary that you didn't know before. You're beginning to be able to use sentences in your daily life and you're building up really good confidence with that. That's terrific. But the thing is, you have to know that this isn't going to last forever. We don't wake up every single day with a smile on our face, completely excited to get started. Maybe some people do, but they had to build up to get to an excellent level of confidence and faith that everything's going to work out. When you begin learning French, you often don't have that confidence. You don't have people around you who have learned French before to fluency from English. You might have some native speakers, but you know, and they know both that you're not going on the same journey. Okay. They learned French from when they were a child. You're learning French as an adult or a young adult. And the thing is for you, you're learning it from English, another language. So it's just like if you, a native English speaker, had to teach someone English. That's just like myself. It would be very difficult. But to learn French from English, that's a different thing. So without you having people around you who are taking the path that you need to, learning French from English, it's difficult. Okay. So when you get this boost in confidence, it may feel like okay, in terms of measuring the confidence, it may look like this, where you're going up, okay? But you actually feel like it's up here and you're at maximum confidence. You're very excited, you've learned some new things. Now, the red line here very simply represents what you think your confidence is going to look like. Okay, so we get started and we just slowly progress. As we progress, our confidence increases step by step. It's actually not how it works. How it works is you're going to get these boosts in confidence which far exceed what you expected. And you're going to get these big dips in confidence, which far exceed what you expected. Now, on the highs, what I'd say is, as a tip, is to not go too crazy, okay? Something I found useful was not telling everyone that I was learning French, okay? Because there's people that are going to want to tear you down. And when you're on a high of confidence that you didn't expect, you fall much harder. Okay, now you have to know that you're going to come down at a certain point. When you come down, okay, this may be after 1 month, 2 months, okay, of learning French. You've got that confidence boost, but then it starts to dip down where you begin to forget the progress you've actually made, as in you don't compare yourself to when you started maybe 1, 2, 3 months ago. You actually begin comparing yourself to 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, and you feel like you're not actually learning things in that small amount of time. For example, one of my students, Larry, I did a video with him here. He's from California. There's a video there you can watch where he talks about his journey. He's doing really well with me, which is excellent to see. And he was trying to learn French previously for a long time. And for him, he had this dip recently where his confidence fell. Something he noticed was, hey, I'm learning all of these things, but they're not sticking in my mind, as in I am forgetting things that I felt like I learned just a couple of weeks ago. The other thing being, he was taking longer on certain lessons to work through some of the new vocabulary that was coming up, where he's hitting the intermediate level. At this point, he's at the end of beginner and he's really approaching intermediate quite fast. And to that, he's noticing that lots of new vocabulary is being pushed at him and he's not able to pick it up right away simply because it's new. He had that massive boost of confidence here, going from beginner to a strong high beginner, where he was able to learn a lot of new words, a lot of new sentence structures. But as he came back down through, being with me, he started with me about 60 days ago, so 2 months. So for the first 30 days, 40 days, he's feeling terrific. We implemented some new things. You can go and watch the video here if you want to learn more. And basically he noticed that, okay, in the last, 15, 20 days, he sort of felt a dip in the confidence. Now, this is normal simply because he had that big rise in confidence, and what rises must fall, right? So here, I was just telling him that it's completely normal if you don't feel, as confident as you did just 2 weeks ago, because 2 weeks ago, that was off the back of 3-4 weeks of implementing new things, which have really gotten you good results. Now, in these past 2 weeks, you could say that, excuse me, the shine has sort of, come off. Just like, when you start a new hobby, a new thing, you get a new job, for example, you move jobs. It's exciting the first week. It's exciting the first month, but once it gets to month 4, 5, 6, it can get more difficult to really enjoy it and embrace what you've got. And you also don't appreciate what you have as well, because us humans, we're very adaptable when we get used to things. So on that dip, the key thing to do is absolutely to compare your level to back when you were doing exercises, doing lessons 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. By doing that, what you're going to realize is that you've actually progressed really well and that you're not regressing in your level. If you're doing the correct things, what my students do is conversations and stories, not focusing on grammar, not stressing about getting every little thing right, just simply progressing and allowing the French to come to them naturally. By doing that, doesn't matter if you don't get the results on every single day of studying, every single week of studying, because, week on week on week, month on month on month, you are progressing in the right direction because it's the method I followed. It's the method all my students are following, and it works. It works simply because you're not forcing yourself to feel good every single time you learn French. Sometimes your confidence is going to be low, and that's okay because your confidence will shoot back up again. Okay. Now, once you get back up here to the high, now you can really appreciate that low for what it is. All it was a short period of time where you weren't feeling that good. But the thing is, with learning French, with doing anything that's very difficult, yourself, you would have done something impressive in your life because everyone has. Even if you don't think you have done something impressive, have a little consideration for what you've done in the past. There would have been something you achieved where you look back and go, wow, that was really good. What can I do to repeat that in the current things I'm doing? Okay. You then look back on the difficult times as, oh, I got through that. So now your confidence is even higher once you're up this point because you look back and you go, hey, I overcame that really difficult thing, but I'm still progressing really well towards my goals. 2 months ago, I wasn't as good at French. Now I'm better. 3 months ago, I was nervous when I had to read new French sentences, or I encountered something that was very difficult in the sentence and I didn't know what to do. But now I know that, okay, I don't have to know this exact word. I can just learn the sentence, learn the structure, and allow the word to come to me naturally. Something my students have found useful, a little bit off topic, but it'll be important for you, is when you encounter a new word, a simple thing to do is, if it's the first time you've seen it, okay, you haven't seen it before anywhere, you have no idea about it. If it's a very specific word in English, okay, you encounter a new French word, it's a specific word in English, don't stress about it. If it's very specific and it doesn't matter that much, for example, it could be biography, or it could be a word for, cabinet or fridge. If it's a word that you wouldn't use that much in daily life, okay, it's not a word like, we, walk, run, talk, common words that we use, don't stress about it because you're not going to see it over and over. If you see a word and you're not sure, but then you see it next week after, try and learn that. Do your absolute best to go and learn it because now the French has shown you the importance of the word. If the French only shows you a word once, don't stress about it. look for the more common words, learn them. Because for you, you want to learn French to be able to communicate. You don't want to learn French just to pass a memorization exam at school, okay? Those days are past us. No more school, thankfully. Now, then you're going to have another dip. And this dip, I've deliberately made it larger than the one over here. Reason is, you may feel that, hey, I'm down here at the moment. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be on this dip. Most commonly, you'll be here when you hit intermediate level, or you might be strong intermediate, just about to hit sort of a fluent or really flowing French level. At this point, what you're going to be thinking is, geez, well, why am I here now? Right? Like, why is my confidence feeling lower? I have progressed so much in the past 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Why am I feeling crap right now? And the thing you need to remember is this graph, it's a representation of everything in life. Your confidence is going up and down always. No matter how much success you have, how much confidence you build, there's always going to be dips. There's always, other way around. There's always going to be peaks and troughs, okay? So inclines and declines. That's always going to happen. So when you're down here, you simply need to embrace it, because there's a saying that goes, this too shall pass. Simple meaning is, when you're up here and you've got a really good peak and you're feeling great, you should be a little bit sad because it's not going to last. It shall pass. And when you're down here and you're not feeling that good and you're feeling down, you should be a little bit happy because this too shall pass. That's the approach you need in French to win. Every one of my students is adopting this approach and they're doing really well. They're serious about learning French, but they're also positive. If you're a negative person and you find that things just don't work out for you, you think you have bad luck. I used to be like that. When I was younger, I used to think I had bad luck in things. Even though I'm still young now, I know. But when I was younger, I used to think I had very bad luck. Now, I think I'm the luckiest person ever. And it's funny, when you adopt that mindset of, I don't mind if things get difficult. I don't mind if things get hard and I have bad days and I don't feel good. I adopt that as, I basically allow the difficult things to come to me. I invite them because then they're not scary. Okay. If you don't believe that something can hurt you, or you don't believe that a difficult thing will cause you discomfort or will hurt your progress in French, and you think the contrary, you do think that this is going to make me stronger, more focused, more determined, more gracious when I reach those peaks and I'm feeling really good, then you will progress much better and you'll be less stressed and you'll do really well, not just learning French, but anything else. I hope this video is useful for you. This is something to think about with your own French learning. You're probably trying to learn French right now, and go through my other videos if you liked what I'm talking about here. They may be able to help you learn French. Okay, so have a good day. And if you have any questions, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, all right, see you.